30 years ago, nobody wanted to stay in the city with their kids. It was dangerous and polluting.
Copenhagen used to be much less people-oriented, I would say. You couldn't swim in the canals.
It was an industrial harbor. The surface was full of a layer of oil.
So it was very polluted. We had a vision. I would like to say that sustainability was a part of it, but I think cleaning up the water was the most essential thing. So we spent billions and billions of Danish kroners in cleaning up the water.
So what is sustainability in reality? It's a way of creating a better connection with the nature, with the environment, and not disrupting our environment and our context where we are in.
Accessibility, transportation, making the city more livable, more sustainable. That's what we're trying in Copenhagen.
It's possible to do serious changes in a city. It's long-term goals. So it's really something that comes from a deep wish of changing the city.
I think that you have to have a coalition of people that dares to take decisions.
It's not a thing that happened over a few years. It's been continuous investments in the transportation system, in the infrastructure. And I think you have to acknowledge that the leadership of the city is great in that context.
I think it's in our society that we try new ways of thinking. People come from outside can learn something from Copenhagen when it comes to democracy, sustainability, careful urban development.
I think also it will create a ripple effect in the mindset of people, and they might start to think about how they consume, how they shop, how they live their daily life.
I truly believe that we're doing something right. There are some things that Copenhagen can do, but there's also a very big gap between what's possible and what is being done on large scale.
So there are many issues that are beyond my influence sphere. But I think as destinations, we have to ask ourselves all the time, what can we do? Because it's not, to me, a choice to say that climate change is not my issue. It's my issue.
We need these lighthouses, these unicorns to show us the way. And we've been too slow to actually invest in these projects and getting them executed because we just didn't believe that it was possible to do.
I hope Copenhagen can add to the competition of becoming more sustainable among destinations.
I think Copenhagen is an inspiration already in terms of green solutions, biking infrastructure, architecture. But in theory, I think any place can be an inspiration for other places.
I think that many cities and many governments and many countries around the world have to make very hard decisions and believe in them and hope that the future generations would approve it.
The positive thing for me is that I can see that these innovations that shows that there is actually a way of doing this differently, they really do exist.
It took 30 years to clean up the water of Copenhagen. My kids, they just jump into the water because it's clean. So the clean water for me is a symbol of the new Copenhagen. Don't copy what we did. There are many routes to the future, and there's not just one. But Copenhagen is a miracle. Don't copy. Be inspired.